All right, welcome back to Afternoon Drive here on Joppa Radio. My name is Drew Moholland. Hope you're all having a good Thursday. It's a nice Thursday out there. I think the sun's out, although as Sarah Hayden, who joins us now, just said it's like a dungeon in here.
It's also going deaf.
Oh, is it loud? So when we turn it down here, I can turn it down. There.
I think okay.
Here, there we go. Headphones down. There you go. That better?
Yeah,
better.
That's great.
I can talk quieter too. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. I know Tyler yells at us if we look out the window because he says the perfect lighting is when there's no light.
No, we have to change that somehow because it's nice that people can see in the window. Look
that's
at all
good.
the windows.
I know. We used to, you could have like crowds building out there.
We could.
People just
they used
looking
to have
in.
that in some New York studio. I remember. What was that? Like Good Morning America?
The Today Show. They still have it, right?
Show. I don't watch it.
Yeah, I remember. I did that one year in New York City. We went around Christmas time. It was like when I was young. We went as a family, and we did the whole wait outside thing. And actually, my mother and sister did. I kind of bailed on it. Still too loud for you. Here,
no, you're fine. I can't.
I don't want to blow your
Do I hear
out.
myself? Is that what I'm supposed to hear?
You can hear both of us, probably.
I can hear you. I kind of hear me. Okay, whatever. That's fine. That's good.
Yeah, but we went out there. Al Roker comes out and all that good stuff.
Yes, Al Roker.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's still there. It hasn't been as smooth for everyone else there. Anyway.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it is. It's fun. I love New York City. It's a good spot.
Well, I think Tyler would love to be in New York City. Not to change the subject onto Tyler, but
yeah. He said, well, he went to school there, and he has a band there.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to slowly make his way to independence, which is good.
Yeah,
it's very good.
We could actually make this like a half hour. This would be kind of an interesting experience. We could make it a half hour talking about Tyler, while Tyler's right out there.
Yeah, well, he's so good. He's going to be terribly missed. I'll tell you.
Is he leaving?
No, but I'm rooting for him to find a job. Yes, because he doesn't, he wants to be on his own, and it's what he should be doing. Yes. It's not like he doesn't like this job or he's not good at this job. It's just that I think he'd like to try to live in other places other than Newburyport, Massachusetts.
No, I think that's good. Have you heard his band before?
I've heard just little bits of him playing.
Just him, yeah.
And I've told him he can put some music on here, but he's very hesitant for some reason.
Protective of his music.
I do hear him do a few riffs.
Yeah, I can tell he's good. He's one of those guys you can tell he's good.
He's been playing for a long time. He used to come to Port Media when we were on Graff Road with his friend, whose name will come back to me at the end of the show. But they'd come and they would just set up and they would record themselves playing. Yeah. It was great.
No, he's a good guy. He does a good job. He cares very much about the show too, which I take a lot of appreciation for.
Yeah, no, he knows what he's doing.
And Lexi, of course.
It's good. Yes, Lexi, of course.
Yes, but it's...
We did a college tour. Yay, Lexi.
Did you ever... What happened with... Have you heard this? She gets all her things in at the last second. So the last minute
She likes to live on the edge.
Yeah.
But she did go to Linden State, which Caleb was really cheering for, and she liked it, so that's good.
Good. The other fun fact from Lexi today, and I know you were a little mortified by this, the basketball is on in the schools.
Yeah.
The March Madness.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's okay.
Yeah. I don't remember that.
We never could watch March Madness at
I feel like they blocked that from us.
But I was a long time ago in high school, so maybe there March Madness?
Yeah. There was, although it wasn't as mainstream as it is today. I don't think the TV contracts were like this.
That's true. Well, we had some fancy stuff in our school in Wilton, Connecticut. It was very highfalutin.
Wilton, Connecticut?
Yes.
Where's Wilton?
It's in Fairfield County. It's
okay.
It was typically a town known for a lot of commuting into New York City.
Ah, okay.
It's right next to Westport.
Oh.
Norwalk, Stanford, in that area.
Yes,
it's on the water.
I know the Norwalk train
station. Yes, yeah. Well, yeah. So Norwalk is right next to Wilton. My brother lives in Norwalk.
One of my college roommates was from Norwalk.
Yeah.
So I've been there before.
Yeah, we used to, in high school, it'd be like Norwalk. Oh, it wasn't. I'm not like that. But, I mean, Wilton is very, there's probably quite a few people that might feel entitled in Wilton, Connecticut.
Okay. Is that a celebrity town?
I'm sure there's celebrities, but they live more. They're more likely to live in Westport.
Okay.
Maybe New Canaan.
Because that is true, right? Like a lot of I remember Regis used to live in Connecticut and they would just buzz into New York City.
Late night show. Oh, brother. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, Letterman?
Yeah, Dave Letterman.
Yeah,
he lives in, I think, New Canaan or Richfield.
Oh, does he? Did he go back to Indiana these days?
I don't know. Was he?
I saw a photo of him the other day. I think he was on. What was he on? He did an interview with somebody. I didn't actually watch the interview, but he has completely. I don't want to say let himself go.
The hair,
but he's let himself go. Yeah, he was wearing his best gray T-shirt, and had the beard was just all the way down, and he did not on TV anymore.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess he's just letting it, hang loose while he can.
Well, I guess all those years of not being able to having to be clean cut.
I don't know.
Yeah. I
don't like the big furry beard thing.
Yeah.
Things can get lost in there.
Yeah, this is tough enough. I can't imagine I've been hesitant to shave since my little dog issue there with the lip. I haven't done the razor yet.
Well, yeah, and the dog might not identify you as the same person. That could be good or bad. I don't know.
Well, I don't shave the whole thing. I do the lines, Oh,
I see.
Yeah. I haven't been clean cut since freshman year in college. Weird. Right?
Yeah.
I've grown attached to the beard. Anyway.
Well,
it is what it is. What's new at the station here? What do we have on tap for the weekend, next few days? I know there's morning show talks.
Yeah, so we have people now that are doing Tuesday. That's Andy Deere on Tuesdays, Mary Jacobson on Fridays. Mary's going to be on Friday, and she has, and I should have her, I just had the piece of paper. Sorry, Mary. It just fell out of the back of my head. It will be, I'm going to send a press release out, but also I put that on our packet post as well if someone's interested in seeing her guest. But she's great. They're both really good. They're different. We have a couple more people coming to check out the studio. We had someone today who came in. His name's Phil. He's interested. I don't know if he wants to take on a whole day.
Yeah.
He plays pool next door, and Chess, I said, you got to get the rest of those guys over here and you can kind of share a day. Then we have
and there's ping pong too, right? Can they bring the ping pong table
over?
No.
Okay. And then we have a couple more people coming in to check out the radio and just
cool.
See. Yeah, it's great. I think it's more and more. And we have people calling in more and more about the music. They really like it. They're looking for the name of a song. I'm trying to figure out how we can get the piece of equipment that we can have the playlist, because that would be nice.
Yep, that is good. We have the South Pond Outlaws on here last week. They were fantastic as usual.
Yeah, I like them.
Did you get a chance to hear them at all? They were.
I do. I did hear them, and I've heard them each time, and I think they're great.
I do too.
I think they're really good. They're very nice too.
Very nice guys. Isn't that always better when they end up being nice guys?
And actually, the guy Phil, who came in to ask about the radio, brought his guitar in today for Tyler to look at while he was looking at. They know each other. He came in when that band was leaving. It's Justin, right? So
Justin Lang. Yep.
Yeah, so he knows Justin from music.
Yeah,
it was so funny. I was like, oh, what are you doing here? So
small world.
Yeah.
And actually, we'll have another music show 1 week from today. One of the best around. I know you know well, EJ Ouellette.
Well, EJ's great, and EJ used to do a show called Fiddle Magic with a couple of his friends, musician friends. It was really good. He played the fiddle, and it was over on Hale Street when it was like Media One, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
And I did camera, this big cameras.
Yeah.
And I think Elizabeth Marcus, who does the Earthport Film Festival, also did a camera. I want to say she also did a camera. I'm not 100% sure if she was doing that or if it was Cindy Sullivan. Yeah, I think it was Cindy Sullivan, who now is in Amesbury, and she has tried to support our the organization, but she's busy. It's hard to get over here, but she used to do some good stuff. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then I took some lessons from EJ.
Yeah, that's right. I remember you saying that. He must be a great teacher. He seems like he
is good. He's fun.
Good demeanor for a music teacher.
He's very nice. He doesn't make you feel bad and go
Yep.
Like that. Ew.
I was reading about EJ before the last show, and one thing that I didn't realize, he's a voting member of the Grammys. Did you know that?
Yes, I did. He's been doing that for a few years. Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, I did, and he knows all this stuff about even the stuff he's not voting on, but he seems like, and I think he played during not at the Grammys, but the Grammy party the night before. He was saying there's a big bash out there.
Yeah, just recently.
The last one. So
but he's really good.
He's very inner circles.
Really good. He really can play that fiddle.
Yeah.
I mean, he plays ton of different instruments, but I mean, I don't even know what his first instrument is, but fiddle is.
That's always fascinating to me when people can do that. Like I do the poor man guitars thing, but it's when these guys just kind of come around. They haven't played guitar in a while because they've been playing 3 other instruments and just pick it up and go.
Yeah, that was a fun thing to do with EJ. I was in one of his adult jam. I don't know what they call them.
Jam sessions.
But you pay. It's like a group, so it's a group lesson, but you're jamming together.
Or do you sit around in a circle?
Yeah, well, you sit as a band would sit. You just and I think I did. Guitar for some part of it, but I also tried keyboards a little bit.
Yeah.
But you have to know your chord progressions, and you have to try to pay attention. You have to know some rhythm, and it was fun.
Yeah, interesting. You are. One other fun fact that I don't know if we actually talked about this on the air with you, Sarah Hayden, but one thing people might not know about you, you're very good with on the health front. You know what you're talking about.
Sometimes.
I don't think I told you this. I'm trying the no carb thing.
Oh. I just had some pretzels with hummus. It's very hard to not have carbs.
I was wondering why you were cringing as I said that. It is hard.
Well, you will lose weight. You'd lose weight quickly. I would love to do it. I'd love to do the fast thing. But you know what? There's a problem. I like food. It's very hard.
Me too. My wife was trying to do it with me, and she's...
That's very supportive.
She's, we tend to eat together anyway, so if I'm going to do it, it does kind of make sense. If she kind of wants to do it anyway, but last night she goes, I think I'm going to lose my mind.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of the point. We're so used to doing... It's so easy to just do... Let's just do a pizza. We're both busy, We get dogs, walks, that sort of thing. Yeah. And let's just do a pizza. Or we always made pasta. That's the easy thing to make around the house. And it gets you.
Yeah, I forget what I had last night, but I'm sure it was carbs. No, my brain is saying, it was ravioli, of course. Yeah. My husband is not going to do no carbs. No, he's not going to do that. So I kind of have to do it on my own.
A little bit easier in the summertime for me because I enjoy grilling, like the activity of grilling. So I'll go outside and I don't mind cooking like steak tips or chicken or something, and that all falls under the carbs.
I do have a friend who used to work here who hopefully will help with our streaming this radio station. Maybe he's listening someday.
Oh. Is this a call out, an on-air call out?
Yeah, it's Pete Yalius, but he's a carnivore.
Oh, so
he's all meat all the time.
Yeah.
He likes it. He's a missionary on it.
I would think that would be hard too. I mean, that's close to what the no carb thing is. That's for me. I do eat mostly meat, but this is nothing else.
This is all meat all the time. But he does add there's some hard cider like Saintly cider, not to give any kind of advertisement, but it's less sweet. Alcoholic beverages, I guess, are lower in carbohydrates. So there are some hard ciders and some alcohol like whiskeys or maybe something like that.
I think as I was looking up, I'm a Jack Daniel's drinker.
So he goes for the steak and maybe it's just Jack Daniel's.
Well, it doesn't seem to be that bad. I think there is some still, but
so I mean, I guess he's feeling like if I can have my whiskey and my steak, I'm good.
Yeah, this guy sounds kind of like me.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I mean, he's changed a lot of the health numbers, so I think the metrics carries around his skin pricking tools and all that. Oh, there's really people get really down and dirty with
not
this
pricking
stuff.
my skin.
Yeah. Yes, but I am going at the end of the month to a biotensegrity symposium in Vancouver.
What?
Biotensegrity symposium about the fascia.
Wow.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
What you going to do there?
I'm going to listen to people who are some of the early researchers and pioneers in the field, and the guy who coined the word biotensegrity, Stephen Levin, who's really interesting. A guy from, I think, Brooklyn, I want to say. He was a surgeon. I think he's a doctor, but he's also a researcher.
Yeah.
It's fascinating stuff. It's just about how your body really carries the load, whether you're strength training or just moving through gravity. It's a little bit different than how the original, biomechanics rules. They're all different.
How do you fall into that circle? Is it a book you stumble upon? Do you have a mentor? How does that work?
I actually have something I made. It's an invention. I've been 2 patents, rejected. I'm on my 3rd design patent, but I was very curious as to why I could use this tool when walking and when I had bone on bone, and walk with no pain at all and no compression. And after a lot of research and understanding, it was about the fascia and how the loads dispersed across the body. And it's just really fascinating. I know you're like, what the heck?
There's a lot there. Yeah, there's a lot there.
What the heck is going on
I'm
here?
unpacking it slowly.
It's really interesting.
Yeah. So wait, it was an injury that you actually had?
I had a total hip replacement. I was in a car accident. They broke the ball of my femur off, and I was supposed to get surgery when it was, bone on bone, pretty much fused together. So there was no movement at all, no rotation at all. But I couldn't walk from the car to like the door of Market Basket. Yeah. I would be like, oh, where's the cart? And I hated using a cane. It was just awful. Yeah. But I just made something. I don't want to talk too much about it because, it's not patented yet. Right. Although But
that's how you get in that circle.
Hopefully it will be. Yes, that's how I got involved in the fascia.
Crazy.
It's interesting.
It's fun. There's a guy at the dog park we go to who has been walking around with a cane. He hurt himself somehow. And his dog got in a bit of a fight the other day. And I'm looking at him and I'm going, that fight is not going to be broken up anytime soon. To go over and pull his dog off. I was like, I got the lip thing already going, and I'm going over to this big dog that I don't know and ripping him off. I'm like,
I heard if you come across dog, if your dog or another dog is fighting, you need to block their vision. Yeah. So to like get a garbage can lid or something that will actually, it's not even the biting, it's just to block their vision because all they they see red.
That's a good thing to know.
That's what I heard.
Wasn't even my dog. Just trying to be a good Samaritan.
Well, it's scary. You'd think, I could just pull a dog off if they're like getting into a fight. No.
Yeah.
They're quite vicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you saw that.
It's an interesting conversation here this week. It's actually, we've had a lot of talks about that here recently. I guess somebody else was saying too, there was a recent dog bite at one of the dog parks, and I kind of did the same thing when I got into it I immediately jumped away when I got caught up in my little situation. But I guess you're not supposed to like go away if somebody's coming at you, or if they get you, you're not supposed to rip away because you kind of go with them. And it kind of makes sense because if you're ripping this way and the dog's ripping this way, dog's going to win that battle. Yeah. So I don't. The guy was telling me, he was like, "Yeah, always go with the dog," and I'm like, not sure I had time to really put that together. But
yeah, I don't know. Dogs, you think? I mean, I love my dog. My dog's just the world. But when you see a dog that's actually not being friendly, like I've had a dog run up behind me, jump and bite the back of me. Yeah. For no reason at all. It's just a loose dog. This was in Connecticut, I think, when I was there walking. More people leave their dogs off, or they trust the fence. What are they? They're not electric. Well, they're electrified somehow. Yeah. They get a little shock. Yeah. But some dogs don't care. My dog wouldn't care. She would zoop right through that if she saw something she really wanted. But Newburyport people are pretty good about keeping their dog on the leash.
Yeah. Is there a dog park in Newburyport?
Oh yeah, there's a few.
Where is it?
There's one down by the water.
Actually all fenced in though? I know there's. Yeah.
It's not fenced in. It's really interesting. They'll either run sort of as a group down into the water. Yeah. I don't know how my dog would react to that. I think she would be like, oh, that's all really great in front, and oh, what's down there? And she'd be gone. Yeah. And then I'd be really out of luck. There's that one, and there is another one. I think there's one maybe over in Woodman. No, maybe that's not the right place. They're online somewhere, but I don't think any of them are completely fenced in.
I actually drove up on Saturday morning, and we did Maudsley, which was lovely.
Yes, it probably was nice and muddy.
It was muddy, yeah.
Lime, you got to watch for ticks there.
Yeah, we have that stuff. I guess it's the. What does he do? He does the pill with our big hound dog. Yeah. And that has worked. We used to do the drip on the back.
I've done, yeah.
And the drip never worked. He had ticks like crazy. The pill, really? We haven't had any ticks with him.
Really?
So I guess it all depends on the dog, but yeah. But yeah, it's ever since that. We used to live in Hudson, and we were picking ticks off him consistently with the drip.
Oh, you lived in Hudson? My sister-in-law lives in Stowe.
Hudson, Mass.
Yeah, she lives in Stowe, Mass.
Oh yeah, Stowe. I used to play golf in Stowe all the time.
Interesting.
Butternut and Stowe Country Club.
Oh, pardon me.
Right next to each other. No, they're nice, but
it's fun watching Lexi's face as we're talking. Yeah, she's like, "Oh, brother, oh my."
I bet there has to be.
Here they go again.
At least 3 or 4 times where she rolls her eyes and says, "Here he goes again."
It's pretty funny.
We should put a Lexi cam up and just put it in the corner. But it was beautiful. I actually loved it out there. We were always going to move back here because this is where the rest of the family is. But when my now wife, then girlfriend was working out there, that's where we lived. And I loved it. I kind of fell in love with Hudson. And
it's
the
pretty.
area.
My sister-in-law, they live on the Assabet River.
Yep.
Assabet River.
Yep.
Yeah, right on the river. It's very cool.
Yeah, they have great trails up there too, and out there.
Yeah.
And just kind of it's a little
nice
bit.
Place.
It's pretty much like it's the same drive. People think it's way out there, like you're way
it's
out
like
in
an
Hudson.
Hour. It's
from Boston. It took me 30.
Oh.
I remember being door to door for work, and I work off hours obviously, but door to door for work for me, Hudson to Brighton was 32 minutes. Mm-hmm. And Danvers to Brighton is 24. So
yeah,
it's really
I think my brother-in-law, who's now been retired for several years, was an ethnomusicologist at MIT, so that's why they moved there, so they'd be out. And she actually is a Kathak dancer, a master Indian dancer. She does classes in, I want to say Wellesley or Tufts. Tufts, I think.
Tufts, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have the pot store actually just went into Hudson, one of those dispensaries, which I don't know too much about. Well, believe it or not, I have a beard and long hair, but I'm not a pot smoker.
Well,
there's a lot of stereotypes out there. I
am giving my dog CBD oil, which I recently read about, so I could understand what
it is.
For
the dogs, wow, interesting.
And it is helping. Well, the gal next door who has horses and dogs and stuff, she suggested it. And I had heard before, I tried some little dried pill that didn't work very well, but this seems to help. Yes.
That's great to hear.
And the vet said she just can't prescribe or recommend or anything, but
she can't really?
No, because I don't quite understand the whole world anyway, because it's federally no, state yes, town no, this yes.
I think they're still trying to figure it out too. I see a lot of lawmakers still trying to work their way through the legislation a little bit.
But the CBD oil, it's very interesting reading about it. I guess you have some sort of receptor in your body or something that's more able to block or combine something.
Yeah.
Now I can't remember anything.
I have
too many carbs.
Too much carb talk. We've lost our minds. One of my coworkers at WBZ is the Blunt Talk podcast, and she is like the go-to person for all things pot.
So, blunt. Oh,
yeah.
Unfortunately, I know that word blunts. Yeah, I don't know.
But it's like Blunt Talk, direct.
Yeah. It's a play on words.
But I had no idea. It's a whole different world.
I am a college graduate. I get the play on words. I get the blunt and blunt.
Just making sure.
Jesus.
That's one of our anchors always.
Roll now, Lexi. You can definitely roll your eyes because woo.
But I had no idea.
That's mansplaining, if you ask me.
No, it is not.
Oh, yes, it is.
Stop it.
That's not the first time you heard that, is it?
No, not often.
Oh, I haven't seen Drew tongue-tied, but that was kind of funny.
That was funny.
That was funny.
But I had no idea. There's all these different strains and stuff of pot that I had no idea about.
I do want to look. I'm not really interested in smoking pot. Don't want to smoke cigarettes. I'm not going to take that stuff into my lungs. I'm really not. I know maybe I'm not going to say that. If I had some medical reason why, but I'd kind of conflicts with medical when you're taking in smoke into your lungs. It is smoke no matter what people say. It's just smoke. But I would I wouldn't say I'd never use medical marijuana or CBD or oil or anything like that if there was some reason to use it and it seemed to help. I mean, it's helping people with pain and things like that. So I'm just not totally crazy about the pot smoking, but you know what?
I would say I feel the exact same way.
It's just the way it is. As long as people can be respectful and not drive high, because I broke my hip because I was hit by a drunk driver. So it's the same I feel about alcohol. But people just think, I'm fine. I can drive.
Did you see that story today with the Volvos?
Oh, no. Did I? No, I did not.
It's they're rolling them out in 2020. Little Big Brother action here. They are going to have cameras inside all their cars, and it will monitor for drunk driving. It's going to scan your eyes. And if whatever they see in your eyes, and if you're distracted, and if your eyes or hands. I think
that's interesting, though. I think that's a good idea. If your eyes go away from some way of monitoring, we'll tell you.
And I guess if it's, I forget how they said, but if there was, I guess it was hands off the wheel for an extended period of time. But if they think you could be on your cell phone, you will get a call from some station in Volvo, and have somebody ask you what you're doing. And
I don't think it's a bad idea. I mean, people
privacy
might think
people
it's
are concerned.
Bad idea. People will, many will not just put their phone down. If you're on the highway and you drive by, people's heads are down.
Yeah.
They're down.
They are.
It's like, what are you doing?
And you're driving a weapon.
Yeah, I mean, I know. It's just people don't think it's going to happen to them. They think they can do it. It's only a few seconds. I can, all that stuff. But
yep.
It's a real alarming thing when you lift your head up and like, holy crap, that car, the whole thing. Anyway.
Do you drink tea?
I do drink tea on occasion, yes.
One other story today. Hot tea, 140 degrees or more. If you drink really hot tea, not good for you.
I don't drink hot tea. I drink more iced tea.
Yeah, there's a greater risk of cancer. So keep
I do drink hot coffee. I do worry about it.
It specifically said tea.
Huh.
I don't know why that is, but that was the study. Hot tea, 140 degrees. Keep it under.
I don't know how hot 140 degrees
is. It feels pretty hot, doesn't it?
Oh, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, if you think about a piping hot cup of anything,
getting a look again from the corner, like, really? Oh my God, people move on from the darn tea.
What don't you like about the tea conversation?
She's looking like, what corner?
She's looking at Tyler. He's tuning his guitar. Wait, there's two people tuning the guitar. Who else is out there?
Without Lexi next year, what are we gonna do?
I was told she's never leaving.
I was told she's never coming back.
Very good. Final thoughts with Tyler's tuning his guitar, so we'll get him in here and let's have some music to end the show. I like that on Thursdays. Final thoughts, weekend promos, anything? Concerns?
We have the Metropolitan Opera Live on Saturday. It's at 1:00. It's right here on WJOP LP. It's great. And then Friday morning from 8 to 9 a.m. we have Mary Jacobson with her guests. And if you're interested in the radio, check us out.
Come on in. Check us out when we get back. That's Sarah Hayden. She kind of runs everything here and is very busy. Do you take any days off? Not really, it seems.
Yeah, sort of. But I'm always trying to think of how to, well, it's another long story, but how to keep the place running.
That is kind of short and sweet. That's good. But it's not that simple, is it?
No.
Sarah Hayden, thank you very much. We'll bring Tyler in. And I don't know who's out there with Tyler. Somebody else is playing guitar.
He's just playing. Is there someone else?
He's either brought his band.
Is he has dark hair with glasses? Yeah. That's Phil. That's the guy that's
Phil? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll go talk to Tyler and this guy, Phil.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you, Sarah. My name is Drew Moholland. This is Afternoon Drive on Joppa Radio. Much more when we get back. All right. Welcome back to Afternoon Drive on Joppa Radio. My name is Drew Moholland. Hope you're all having a good Thursday afternoon. Nice little Thursday. Feels like spring out there. Big storm on the way, unfortunately. But storms are okay on the weekend. I don't mind a good weekend storm. Watch a little movie this weekend. For me, it'll be watching basketball because it's March Madness and I like that time of year. But do whatever you do during storms. They're fun sometimes. And Sunday's going to be beautiful. So, spring will be here before we know it. Tyler Neufeld is in the house along with Phil Winders. Phil, first time I'm meeting you. How are you, sir?
Thank you, Drew. Thanks for asking.
Yes.
It is beautiful.
Going to be trying to do a little on-air stuff here on the old station, right?
We'll do that. We'll do that.
What's the, you know what the plan is yet, or he's still working things out?
Oh, no. I had the benefit of Tyler walking me through a little bit of the mechanics.
Nobody better to walk you through than Tyler.
Thank you. Yes, I agree. I totally agree.
Very good. Well, yes, it's a lot of fun. We have fun over here. I have Tyler on quite often. I bother him about all sorts of things. Anything bothering you today, Tyler?
My knee.
Your knee? You're hurt?
I did something to my knee. I don't know what. It hurts.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Well, sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, okay. We won't elaborate. Phil, how's your health?
Well, the medical report.
It's a little personal, isn't it?
Just making sure you didn't have a knee injury.
I'm just getting all the bills for the co-pays I didn't make. That's pretty much where I'm staying right now.
Oh, that's good.
Just pay another co-pay, I'd be all right.
You guys were out there jamming on the guitar, I heard out there. You play a little bit, Phil?
I do, and Tyler, it's wonderful to talk to him. As old as he is, 23, knows the real golden age of rock guitar. From Zeppelin to Sweet Jane, to Lou Reed to all that.
You know what he doesn't know? No. Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh, really?
He made me feel old one day. We mentioned them in passing.
I see.
And he said, who? And I said, oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Not that I'm a huge Bare Naked Ladies fan, but it is a staple of my growing up. Anyways.
Yeah, my mother said you will never listen to that band when she heard that. But I have to say, when I grew up, I learned, we had to play in a garage. I grew up in Iowa where everybody had a garage. Yeah. It was all one story. And you had a fiberglass garage door, and you put your band in there, you started playing, and then pretty soon the requests would come into the home via my mother through the telephone. And the big request was, could you please turn it down, was her most popular song. But it sounded like a giant bass drum with that, the way that garage door fit on there was fiberglass, so it had a little bit of flex.
Oh, that's like,
oh, wow.
That's kind of like I don't want to say stereotypical because I do think it still happens quite often, but just you get the band in the garage in those early stages and play in the garage, right? That was kind of. Do you ever do that, Tyler, with your group?
Well, we don't have access to a garage. We do have access to a basement, but where we got started was in the basement of a pizza parlor, and we played on a stage that was made of tomato cans.
Oh,
so that's pretty.
Just tomato cans?
Yeah, it was just like, your big tomato. Oh. It was a mixture of tomato cans and tomato paste.
Wow.
There's a piece of plywood on top of it, and then they had a little like drape over it, and I pulled it up one day, and it was all tomato cans.
I bet it worked perfectly.
Yeah, it worked pretty well.
Did it support the drum kit?
It did. It did support the drum kit.
That's important. That's important. You weren't here for the Southbound Outlaws the other day. They were good.
Yes, I was.
I was too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You guys were here. You just weren't here. In the studio.
Yeah, I mean, I did the edit. I edited their song.
Oh, you did? You went through it? Yeah, they're good, aren't they?
They were. I just wish we had more mics on them instead of just.
Yeah, but they're about as big as we've had for a band in here, having all four pieces.
Yeah.
E.J. Ouellette is coming in Thursday.
Oh, he's coming back.
Yeah, he liked us.
It was good.
Yeah.
I think we liked him, so.
We did.
It's mutual.
You ever heard E.J. Ouellette, Phil?
I have not.
He's an excellent. He plays quite a few instruments. Sarah was just saying she took lessons from him at some point, but he brought his guitar in last time, and he's a voter on the Grammys committee, actually. Is
that right?
Yeah, very well respected. Yeah, you didn't know that, did you? Learn something new every day here, Tyler. That's what we're here for, my friend. What do you guys think about this? I brought this up to Sarah. Did you hear about the Volvo cars with the cameras inside that Big Brother on you? They see if you're drunk by looking at your eyes, and if your hands are away from the steering wheel or whatever, maybe looking at your phone. It's going to register, and somebody's going to call you from the Volvo designated headquarters. Yeah. What do you think about that? Pretty cool story, right? It's my
patent. You got to speak to that, Tyler.
Yeah.
Isn't that why they have like the breathalyzers in the car? I thought that was the whole. Why do they need a camera?
Do they have breathalyzers?
Yeah, that's the thing. You got to blow.
In what car?
If you get a DUI, they install like the breathalyzer. So
yeah, but what? Like in your car?
No, not in my car.
Okay,
I thought you DUIs.
No, I know, but I thought you had like because I've heard of that where you have like the thing where you can't start your car until you do the breathalyzer.
Until you do the breathalyzer.
But they're not like making cars with that, right?
No, but they put it in your car. That's why.
If you've been in trouble.
Like.
But this is like for all Volvos.
I don't like this.
You don't like this.
I also don't drive a Volvo, so it's okay.
Well, that's true. But it could be a trend.
Yeah. Well, they might lose sales. Who knows?
Maybe.
I imagine people who probably do text and drive are probably not going to buy a Volvo.
It does seem like that would steer them away.
Also, they're probably not going to buy a new car anyways, because what is it? When you drive off the lot, the car goes down like 30% value. Don't buy new, people. Well, someone has to buy new, just not me.
Okay. There you go.
Let my parents buy
Any of that, Phil? Any thoughts on Tyler's?
Yeah, some scary ones, really. The thought of someone looking over my shoulder while driving is intimidating enough.
A lot of people, that is the general reaction. We asked a bunch of people today what they thought, and a lot of people were creeped out by it.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I'm from Iowa, Tyler, where every street is 90 degrees.
Wow.
And when I first got to New England in the mid-'80s, I said to myself, wow, they must not have any problems with DUIs in Massachusetts because the roads are so curvy, no one would even dare drink and try and drive.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I woke up within about a week and figured out everybody looked like they were really drunk. Because no one in Iowa, no one ever goes on the right side of the road to pass. That would be considered an instant illegality.
It's Midwestern rude.
Pull over and allow yourself to be arrested eventually just for thinking
like
that.
The parked cars kind of you can't do that?
Oh, wow. It was just stunning when I came out here what people are allowed to do with their cars.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone watching me do that.
Have you got a little bit of that New England aggressiveness now?
Well, I have, and I tell myself...
You have to survive here, right?
That's right. You have to be able to drive somewhat defensively, but also offensively, or assertively, you might say. Yeah. I told my son, I said, there are times when speed will serve you, and you can get off the brakes and you'll be okay. But I went to seminary, of all places, out here in Boston, where the first question the religion professor said was, how many of you aren't from New England? Right?
Yeah.
He says, here's the first thing you need to know. If you're approaching a yellow light, look in your rear view mirror first before you decide to stop, because the guy behind you may be trying to make it. Oh, so that was so much fun in the 80s coming here.
That is funny. I'm getting all these, this is two things. It's either a March Madness update or this is my wife who doesn't realize what time my show is still after all these years.
This is still an ongoing thing.
Oh, yeah.
Every time.
She doesn't, yeah. And you just made me think of something, too. My Uncle Jim told me when I was younger, he said, he goes, I remembered one thing my uncle always told me. He goes, two things in life. One, the Red Sox will always break your heart. Obviously, that has changed. And two, 128 and 95 end up being the same road.
Yeah.
That's very tricky New England things. But yeah, no, my wife is, that actually isn't her. That's a March Madness text. I'm following my guy I know is the head coach of Vermont, and they're trying to pull a big upset today in the NCAA tournament. So
who's left?
It's just started. Today's like day one of the Madness.
Who's left?
It's 62 teams now. But Iowa is left, actually.
Yes.
You're wearing your Iowa yellow. Is that in support of the Hawkeyes?
Well, you guessed it. I even put on my polarized glasses.
Who do they have? Cincy today, I think?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's coming up, yeah.
Yellow Watch.
Yellow Watch, yeah. I picked them to win. I got them in my bracket.
You did?
I did.
Wow, when I was growing up, if I could just say a word or two about what it was like there, you understand that New England has had the most glorious 19 years of sports history I've ever witnessed or read about, period. Now, understand, I came from a place where there are no pro teams within 500 miles.
That is something to get your head around.
Baseball, football, nothing.
Yeah.
So we had the Hawkeyes, though.
Yeah.
And they took us to the 72 Final Four.
Yeah.
Where every player on that team, including the sixth man, was always in double digits.
Yeah.
So you could always put in people in there who were hot.
Yeah.
They went there. Their tallest players were 6'10". We only got beat at the buzzer by Pembroke Burrows and Artis Gilmore at 7-2 apiece.
Not that it still bugs you.
No, not at all. Oh, I never knew the meaning of sports pain.
Yeah.
What people feel out here before the Red Sox.
Well, there was a lot of that here.
Yes.
And Tyler has no idea. Lexi has no idea. I am spoiled myself at 32, but I remember when Aaron Boone hit that home run to beat the Red Sox, which you probably don't. How old were you in year 2002?
2002,
yeah.
I would be, let's do some quick maths, 6.
So Tyler was 6. There you go. So when Aaron Boone broke my heart, I remember my same uncle looking at me going, now you know.
A buckler feeling, perhaps?
Yeah, it was that, yeah.
Yeah, Bill.
But I paid my dues. My younger cousins, guys Tyler age, they have no idea.
No, they don't.
I expect them to win. We have parades every few months, right?
The funniest thing is, if I might mention too, Drew, is that my son, who is very musically talented, we'll get him in here sometime, but I would take him to Boston, to Tufts and the Children's Medical, right? 4 out of 6 times we managed to schedule that appointment on a parade day, 6 months in advance.
A lot of days taken by the parade. That's funny. Well, good luck to your Hawkeyes today there, Phil.
Thanks.
And thanks for coming on. That was very nice to meet you. We'll be seeing a lot more of you, I'm sure. Tyler, final thoughts here going into the weekend? 30 seconds?
Mention the SoundCloud, please. Or I'll mention it.
You mention it.
Yeah, so we have a SoundCloud now, and I just put all Drew's episodes up from 2019 so far. Go on there. We also have the WJP Morning Show, and we have some podcasts. Check it out.
You know why I didn't mention this? Because I didn't know that.
True, that's fair. That is fair.
It would have been tough for me to deliver that news.
Sorry.
Hannah Hundel's up next too, by the way. I've been doing a poor job of promoting her, but every time I listen after my show here, I think she's very, very good.
She is. She is.
And
that wasn't a question. That was a statement.
Yeah. Just you can agree with it, sure. But yeah, she's great. So enjoy her coming up next. The Hannah Hundel show. She'll probably have some like rock star on or something because she gets great guests. Literally had Bill Gates on and who else? Some big names back to back. Mike Dukakis. Yeah. That's fine. We had the Newburyport basketball team in. Anyways, good to see you guys. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure and fun show today. Lexi Foley, thank you very much as always. You're the best. Sarah Hayden, David Kramer. I think I got everybody. So very good. Have a good weekend, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the March Madness if that's what you're doing for the rest of the day and the weekend, and root for your teams, all that good stuff. My name is Drew Moholland. This has been Afternoon Drive on Joppa Radio.